Hey everyone, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge, and welcome to Bunches of Lunches Subscriber Edition. I've been getting so many requests to bring back Subscriber Lunch Sunday, and I've also been getting lots of requests to show lunch ideas that would be great for older kids and for teens, so that's exactly what I'm going to do today. And you guys, these lunch ideas are super fun and they're creative. I can't wait to share them with you. Now, if you have a lunch idea that you'd like to send in, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description box below. Now, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's get on to the lunches. Now, I'm kicking things off with a lunch idea sent in by Liam. Liam is from Delaware, and he asked if I could make a Cinco de Mayo themed lunch. And you guys, for his main course, he's requested something I've never made on this channel before. He requested a tostada. Now, if you've never had a tostada before, it's kind of like a flat taco. So for Liam's lunch, I'm going to start with the tostada shell. And to this, I'm going to spread a good amount of refried beans. Now, I already heated up these refried beans, so they're good to go. And then for the next layer, I'm going to add a couple of spoonfuls of some seasoned ground beef. Now, if you wanted to use turkey, you totally could, or you could leave the meat completely out if that's what you like. Now, you guys, this is already looking so delicious, but I have a few more things to add. On top, I'm adding some shredded lettuce. I just love that fresh crunch. It is so good. Then I'm adding just a few little pieces of avocado, a few pieces of tomato, then a sprinkling of cheese. And then finally, this part is optional, but if you like some hot sauce or some salsa, you can definitely add that on there too. My favorite is this Cholula sauce, so I'm adding just a little bit on top. And there you have it, guys. Liam's main course is done, but it's time to move on to his fruit and his veggie. For Liam's fruit, he requested mango, which I think pairs so well with this tostada. This mango was super ripe and juicy, so I'm adding as much in here as I can. And then to go along with that, Liam also requested some corn. Now, this is just plain corn, but if you've ever had Mexican-style street corn, that would be so good with this lunch as well. For Liam's snack, he requested Takis. And you guys, when I was at the store, I picked up this new kind of Takis. They are like the same amount of spiciness, but they're blue. You guys will have to let me know in the comments down below if you've tried these before, and if you are a fan of spicy food or not. Now, I really like spicy food, but my kids don't really like it that much. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these Takis on the side. And then you guys, for Liam's sweet treat, he asked for some homemade churros. But honestly, I've never actually made them homemade before, so I'm going to take a little bit of help from the store. And right out of the package, they look like this. They're kind of a really fun loop shape. So I'm going to go ahead and fry these up in a little bit of oil. And once they're done, instead of tossing them in cinnamon and sugar, I'm going to be using this Cinnamon Toast Crunch dust. Now, I know that might not be very authentic, but it sounds really good to me, and it should be really easy. And here they are, you guys. These were actually really hard not to burn. They cooked so fast. These ones definitely turned out the best, and they are smelling amazing. And now, last but not least, Liam also requested a pretty interesting drink. And the main ingredient for this drink is really cold oat milk. I'm going to go ahead and pour this oat milk into a separate cup. Then Liam requested that I froth up the oat milk as much as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and use my handy dandy frother for this. I got this on Amazon and I absolutely love it. It works really well. And then finally, to finish off this drink, Liam requested just a little bit of cinnamon to be sprinkled on the top. Now you guys, doesn't that look so foamy and delicious? I love that this drink is not overly sweet, so it should be a nice complement to those churros. Up next, I'm going to be making Rebecca's lunch. Rebecca is from Arkansas, and for her lunch, she requested a breakfast for lunch theme. And you guys, this lunch is going to have lots of pink things and lots of strawberry things. For Rebecca's main course, she requested strawberry pancakes, and there are actually a lot of different ways you can make strawberry pancakes, but what I decided to do is kind of come up with my own thing. So to my bowl, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of this Bisquick pancake mix. This is the kind where you just have to add water, but of course I'm going to be adding some special ingredients as well. My first special ingredient is frozen real strawberries. And to make these pancakes have even more of a strawberry flavor, I'm also going to be using some strawberry Nesquik powder. To my small blender, I'm going to go ahead and add about half a cup of those frozen strawberries, followed by about 2 tablespoons of the strawberry Nesquik powder. Then I'm going to blend this together with just a little bit of oat milk. Once that is done, I'm going to add this to the pancake mix. And by the way, you guys, this strawberry and strawberry milk puree smells so good. I bet it would be very tasty all on its own. And then finally, I'm just gonna add enough oat milk in here to make this into a nice, smooth pancake batter. And check it out, you guys, those strawberries also help to color the pancakes this really pretty pink color, which is exactly what Rebecca requested for her lunch. So now I'm going to go ahead and scoop the pancake batter onto my pan, and I'm going to make these into little mini pancakes. I think they fit a lot better in the lunchbox that way. Be careful not to overcook these, because if you do, they kind of turn brown and not pink. I'm going to go ahead and put 4 of these pancakes in here. Like I said, these lunches are for older kids, so I want to make sure to fill up this lunchbox. To go along with these strawberry pancakes, Rebecca also requested fresh strawberries for her fruit. And then to go along with that, Rebecca also requested some bell peppers. So I'm going to use this sweet red one, and to make them extra cute, I cut them into little heart shapes. Now on the side, Rebecca also requested some strawberry yogurt, so I decided to go with the Chobani kind. This is so thick and creamy, and of course, because there are strawberries in there, it's already a little bit pink, which is perfect for this lunch. I'm going to decorate the top of the yogurt with a heart-shaped strawberry. And you guys, to go along with the pancakes, instead of adding syrup, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of strawberry jam that can be spread onto the pancakes. I would love to know in the comments down below, what is your favorite pancake topping? Are you a maple syrup person, or do you prefer whipped cream, maybe chocolate chips? Let me know. Now moving on to Rebecca's sweet treat. She requested some strawberry fruit snacks, so I was able to find these perfect ones at Target. Not only do they taste like strawberry, but they're actually shaped like little strawberries too. Now this is a pretty big bag of fruit snacks, so I'm just going to add a few to this separate container, which is a cute little pink pig, and I'm going to add that on the side. And then finally, for Rebecca's drink, she requested apple juice. So I went ahead and picked this one with the super pink poppy topper. And you guys, once I've added just a few decorations in here, this lunch is complete. So pink, so fun, and so delicious. Now you guys, that was a very pink lunch, but this next lunch is going to have a lot of green. This lunch idea was sent in by Taya from Canada, and for her theme she asked for Muppets. And you guys, the only Muppet item I have is Kermit, so we're going with a green Kermit theme. So for Taya's main course, she asked for a wrap. And since this is a green lunch, I'm going with a spinach wrap. Inside this wrap, Taya requested some spinach leaves, so I'm just going to add a few on here. Next, I'm going to be adding a few slices of fresh mozzarella cheese. And then on top of that, I'm adding just a few slices of avocado. To this, I'm also adding some baby tomatoes. Uh-oh. That one got away. But for the tomatoes in the wrap, I went ahead and sliced them, and I'm just gonna sprinkle them right on top. Before I wrap this up, I am going to season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Then I'm going to fold over the sides and roll this up as tightly as I can. And voila! Doesn't that look so good? I love all the different layers in there and all the different colors. I'm going to go ahead and add these to the lunch tray, and I've added just a little pick to make sure that these wraps don't come unwrapped. For Taya's fruit, she requested strawberries. And for this lunch, I decided to cut all of the strawberries into heart shapes. I'm gonna go ahead and layer these in here so they kind of look like a flower. And then for her veggie, Taya requested baby carrots. And I'm also adding a little bit of ranch for dipping. For her snack, Taya requested a Z-bar. She said that all the cool kids at school have a Z-bar for their snack. So this one is just the s'mores flavor. And then for her sweet treat, she requested cookies with M&Ms. So I decided to use these mini ones. They're already ready to go. And of course, they're extra cute because they're mini. And now last but not least, for Taya's drink, she requested a fruit punch. And of course, you know I added on that Kermit the Frog topper. I'm gonna go ahead and add some extra decorations in here. And that is everything in Taya's lunch. Okay guys, now that brings me to a lunch idea sent in by Bree. Bree is from Florida. She requested a hot lunch with lots of yellow and with a SpongeBob theme. So yes, I have lots of pineapple decorations because after all, where does SpongeBob live?
I can't hear you!
Leave me a comment down below if you know. So now for Bree's main course, she requested some good old mac and cheese. We love mac and cheese at our house. I say it every week, but for this lunch, I'm going with the deluxe mac and cheese from Walmart. So deluxe, but also budget friendly. Now, once the noodles are all done, I'm gonna go ahead and ooze in all of that glorious yellow cheese, and then I'll go ahead and stir it all together. Now, I have to say that this Walmart brand of deluxe mac and cheese is one of our favorites. It doesn't have that weird aftertaste that some mac and cheeses have, and as you can see, it is very cheesy and very creamy. So now let's see if I can get this into the lunchbox without spilling any. Kind of. Next up, of course, with a SpongeBob lunch, I have to have some fresh pineapple. And whenever I'm cutting fresh pineapple, I like to use this little pineapple cutting gadget. It makes doing this job so much easier. You just cut off the top of the pineapple, and this thing kind of works like a little corkscrew all the way down inside of the pineapple, and you're left with some really fun pineapple rings. And as you can see, this was a super juicy pineapple. Unfortunately, some of that juice did get on my floor, and now I have a very sticky floor. Now to get these pineapple rings to fit better in this lunch, I did go ahead and cut them into quarters. And now that that is done, I can move on to the veggie. For Bree's lunch, she requested some bell peppers, and in my store I could only find yellow peppers in the smaller version, but that's okay. These guys are super cute and they're nice and sweet, and of course I'm only going to be using the yellow ones. Now to make these extra tasty, I'm going to take a little bit of this whipped cream cheese. And after I've cut each of these peppers in half and taken out all the seeds, I'm going to stuff these peppers with this light and fluffy cream cheese. Now, of course, this would be tasty just as is, but to make these even better, I'm going to sprinkle on just a little bit of some everything but the bagel seasoning. And you guys, this one has a little bit of a cheese flavor to it, so it's extra tasty. Now, to make sure these aren't too messy in the lunchbox, I'm going to go ahead and close these peppers back up. I'm going to join them back together, and then I'm going to add a little pick through each of them to keep them closed until we're ready to eat them. Next up, for Bree's snack, she requested Funyuns, which if you've never tried before is a baked onion flavored ring. I really think that Funyuns go well with a SpongeBob themed lunch since SpongeBob is funny, and of course they're also that yellow color, so perfect for this lunch. And then you guys, for Bree's sweet treat, she requested either a cupcake or fruit snacks, so I decided to go with the SpongeBob themed Krabby Patties. So the idea is that this is like a little fruit snack or a gummy, but it looks like a little cheeseburger. I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 of these little Krabby Patty packs into my shark snack container. And then the very last thing I'm adding into Bree's lunch is a tropical fruit punch with an adorable SpongeBob topper. Okay guys, next up I'm going to be making another Rebecca's lunch. This Rebecca is from South Dakota, and for her lunch she requested a rainbow theme, and you guys know I love rainbow. I can't say no to a rainbow lunch. So of course I'm going to be starting with Rebecca's main course, and she requested 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I'm using this really nice farmhouse style bread, and for this particular PB&J I'm going to be using some extra crunchy peanut butter and some apricot jam. Now you guys, you will have to let me know, are you team smooth peanut butter or are you team crunchy peanut butter? I used to only buy smooth peanut butter until my kids tried crunchy, and now they're all about crunchy peanut butter. That's what they prefer. So once I have my peanut butter and my jelly on the bread, I'm going to close up the sandwich, and I'm not quite done yet because Rebecca asked if I could cut these into heart shapes. And there we have it, guys. So these turned out so cute, and don't worry about the rest of the sandwich. My daughter Lily is right over there right now eating the rest, so it's not going to go to waste. So now that the little heart-shaped PB&Js are done, I'm going to move on to the fruit and the veggie. For Rebecca's fruit, she requested some watermelon. So I'm going to cut this big guy into some triangles. And then because Rebecca requested it, I'm going to cut the big triangles into smaller triangles. I'm going to add those directly into the lunchbox. And then for her veggie, Rebecca requested carrots, and she also asked if I could cut them with my crinkle cutter. Now, right now I only have a baby carrot, so I'm just going to cut those in half, just like this. Super easy, super cute. And I'm going to fit as many of these carrots into the lunchbox as I can. Now, just like my kids, Rebecca also loves ranch with her carrots, so I've added just a little bit in this rainbow sauce container. And speaking of rainbows, for Rebecca's snack, she requested the rainbow goldfish. So I'm gonna add those right over here. Then you guys, to go with this rainbow theme, Rebecca also requested some Skittles for her sweet treat. Now this whole box of Skittles is kind of a lot, so instead I'm going to pour some of these Skittles into a separate snack container, and this one is a really cute panda shape. And now, to complete Rebecca's lunch, I'm just adding in some strawberry lemonade with the rainbow Care Bear topper. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that these lunches give you some ideas on lunches that you can make for yourself. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and share this video with a friend that you think would enjoy fun lunches too.